And now,
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infantry Outdoors Live with me, your host, your favorite disabled DJ. I'm DJ Infantry. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. So glad to have you. And if you're watching on the replay, I hope that wherever you are around the world, you're having an amazing day. Last week, we were on location at the Swanee River doing some camping, and you guys mentioned how much you like the campfire vibe so much that, well, we brought it back here at the house. So you asked for it, you got it, guys. Campfire vibes for tonight. So tonight, we're going to be talking about cold weather camping, especially since we just did that last weekend. And I want to get your thoughts on it. But before we get started, as always, we want to acknowledge the folks that keep us going here on YouTube. Silver Connections Group, if you're looking for your websites, social media, anything to do with social media, let my friends at Silver Connections Group handle that for you guys. There's a lot of things you could be doing. Let them handle that stuff for you. Check them out today at silverconnectionsmobile.com. And of course, my good friends at waterpurificationproducts.com. You need pumps, if you need filters, if you're on a well, if you're off the grid, this is the place for you to get everything. It's your one-stop shop, pure water at your fingertips with water purification products. Check them out today at waterpurificationproducts.com. And of course, if you'd like to become a sponsor of this or any of our programming, contact us at infantryoutdoors@yahoo.com. You can find us on our webpage at infantryoutdoors.com. You can message us here on YouTube. You can always find a way to get a hold of us. We'd love to have you as a sponsor, and we're always looking for new people to work with and new companies, products, things like that. So reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. So with that said, guys, welcome to the broadcast. Hope you're having a great day. We are doing the campfire vibes tonight, talking about cold weather camping tonight. For those that missed last week, like I said, we did a live camp out from the Swanee River, and it was a good time. It was also my family's first time in 30-degree weather camping. So it was an interesting test run, an interesting thing to see, to try. And I mean, I didn't have any doubts in my mind we could handle it. I knew we had plenty of stuff with us, and we're going to talk about how we did that as we go through the broadcast. So
to answer Riley's question, no.
Riley, no, if you're still here in the chat, Riley, no, my sons are asleep. It's past their bedtime.
A-OK is here.
A-OK, how are you doing? Good to have you.
Jeremy's here.
Jeremy, how's it going, brother?
Rattletrap's here.
Rattletrap and family, how's everybody doing? Good to have you.
Fan says you're always welcome to come up to Iowa for ice cold weather camping.
Hey, I'm coming. I'm coming. It's gonna happen. I promise you guys, it's gonna happen. Ice fishing and all this stuff that I don't get to do. I'm very thankful that you guys are giving me invites. And same goes for you. If you ever want to come to North Florida, for those that know what I'm talking about, that are in the know, for those that are my blues, you guys, you know you're welcome anytime. So with that said, let's do a little talking about camping. I know we're not in the snow. I'm in North Florida, but I'm going to be honest with you. When you're camping with your wife, your 10-year-old, and your 4-year-old, and the dog, none of which have seen 30-degree outside temperatures pretty much ever. So to be camping in it was an event in itself. The first night, it was cold. Like, I'm not going to lie. But what I did do, I learned this trick with Tactical Technician when we were out hunting. Hot hands, hand warmers. They make a variety of the things. They have ones that you can peel and stick. So what I would do is I would lift up my kids' shirts and I stick it to the inside of the shirt. That way the pad would be against them, and they were nice and warm that way. We also threw some hand warmers in the bottom of the sleeping bag. And sleeping bags we're going to get into it as the next topic, by the way. But for the first night, it was pretty much hot hands. The kids were good. They were warm. They all slept in their coats and everything. The wife and I, we got in our bags. Wife was a little cold, but what got me was that the dog, I didn't even think about it. The dog ended up shivering, like she was freezing that night. And I didn't even take that into consideration. Like, when I put her to bed, I put my jacket on her and I tucked her in my jacket. And she's not a little girl, man. She's like 70, 80-pound dog. But I tucked my jacket around her when I went to bed. When I woke up, of course, she wasn't in the blanket no more, and she was on the bed with mommy and daddy, and she was shivering. And that'll move us into Saturday night, and I'll tell you what I did then. But going back to the sleeping bag thing, it is very important and very key to have the right sleeping bag for the situation you're going to be camping in. In our situation, I was the only one, I believe, that had a cold weather bag or a cool weather bag. My wife and my two sons had warm weather bags. we were from, living
South
down in
Florida
South
camping
Florida.
bags.
So they don't provide a lot of insulation. They're good for summertime camping. They make sleeping bags with degrees on them. If you look at the bag of the packaging, it will tell you what that bag is rated for, how cold or how hot or whatever, what temperature it's for. Because you believe me, you don't want to take a cold weather bag out in the summer down in South Florida, you'll die. You won't even make it through the night. You won't even sleep. But having a bag does make a world of difference because it keeps and insulates the heat as you sleep. Sleeping tricks that I can tell you guys: hot hands. Like I said, stick them in your sleeping bag, stick them to your clothing, stick them to your, put them in your pockets, stick them by your femoral arteries and your legs. That way to keep your legs warm. Another trick that you can do is take some hot water and pour it into a Gatorade bottle or Mountain Dew bottle or whatever bottle, and then take that and put that in the sock, tie the sock up, put that in the bottom of your sleeping bag or around you, and that will radiate heat for a good long
Jeremy
while.
says you would never know we had snowmageddon here in North Louisiana.
It's pretty awesome.
AOK says we'll be in shorts tomorrow. It's going to be 50 degrees.
Yeah, we've been in the 70s.
Sounds about that.
We've been in, actually, no, excuse me. Today was 81. We hit
Tomorrow's
81.
going to be
today.
85. Jeremy says that
85.
they're supposed to be 80 tomorrow there.
Yeah. Well, you're probably, Jeremy, swinging with us. Because we're basically, if you draw a straight line across, right, we're in that area. What happened?
Flo says, I am DRUNK in Daytona. Somebody come get me.
Cheers, brother. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm sorry I didn't do this at the beginning, but happy Friday, everybody. AOK, Flo, everybody. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you give. Thank you to all the newcomers, and thank you for everything, YouTube. Cheers. Happy Friday. Tonight, I'm drinking whatever the producer put in my cup.
Sailor Cherry and Coke.
To try to take advantage of me after the live stream. So, yeah, she put that on. She already told you, so, she let the secret out. But anyways, hope everybody's having a great Friday. Flo, I love you, brother. Be safe. I hope if you need me to come get you, let me know. It's on a serious tip. I'll come get you. You got my phone number.
Flo says tequila.
I mean, Daytona's a far drive, bro. You might have to put me up for tonight, but I'll come get you. We'll sleep in a truck or something. Oh, so yeah. Friday night was an adventure. It was a learning lesson. Like I said, with the dog was the biggest learning lesson. So I did come prepared. I just didn't feel that the environment warranted the necessities of the gear that I had. So night 2 comes along and the boys are cold, the wife is cold, it's cold again. And I wasn't worried about them because, again, the hot hands does wonders in a sleeping bag. We had the buddy heaters. Those things are game changing. When you only have a 6-person tent, I had a 6-person, we're in it, me and the wife have a 6-person and the boys have a 6-person. And you have the beds, and the boys' beds are left to right. And I put the heater in the middle. And ours was large size bed, slid it off to the side, put the heater so it could go up and circulate with inside the tent. And mind you, we're not talking about winter tents. We're talking about summer tents off the Walmart shelf. So there's no insulation really from these tents at all. It's basically
heat. That sounds like something I would like.
Circulating and pumping out. So
we did a food truck festival earlier.
The buddy heaters were game changers the second night. We were toasty, the boys were toasty, the dog wasn't shivering. We did vent and crack a window. The tops of the tents are screened now. They're there's no anything, and then the fly goes over top. So as the air goes out, it does vent out. So I wasn't too worried about, killing everybody using propane. But game changers. So
AOK says the bigger the tent, the colder you'll be, the more cold air to heat.
Correct. That's absolutely right. And that's what I was going to get to. That's why I said with these 6-man tents, and you put that buddy heater, just one buddy heater on high in that tent, let me tell you, it makes nice and warm. It makes a heck of a difference from 30 degrees outside to whatever it was in that tent. But it was warm. The boys were warm. The dog was warm, and I was happy. But again, I didn't want to do it the first night unless I really had to, because we didn't know it was going to be that cold. it kind of got that cold while we were there. So just things I've learned, you know, when it's cold, you're going to burn through more firewood. But what we did start doing was, like, one of the nights, instead of starting a propane fire to make my hot chocolate, I just put it on the campfire and heated my hot chocolate that way, which is pretty cool. But all in all, it was a good time. I would much rather camp in the cold where I can acclimate myself than in the heat where you're just, it's miserable. If you've ever camped in the heat, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it would discourage you from camping. Now add where I'm from, add that to the mosquitoes. So it's hot and it's nothing but mosquitoes. All you hear at night in your tent is like you hear on the TV all night long. So it's just not enjoyable. So temperature makes a world of difference, believe me. And that's the beauty of truck camping. Now, if I was survival camping, I would basically be relied on what was in my bag, and that's where, again, I'd say the hot hands, a climate appropriate sleeping bag, a hot water bottle, maybe even hot rocks from the fire, some things like that. There's a lot of tricks you can do to heat yourself without having a winter tent. But a winter tent would also be the ultimate goal. You know, obviously having the right gear is what's best. So more to come in the future. So what do you guys think? What are some of your thoughts on winter camping, and what do you guys use when you get cold? What are some tricks that you do? You do the water bottle? Do you do the hot hands? What do you guys do? You know, this producer's been quiet with the comments over there.
So there's nothing to say. There's 5 in here. Everyone's kind of just not
listening to me BS. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, give us a like on the video, share it out. We're here every Friday night from 10 p.m. until you guys say when. Tactical Tack Captain Friday, my brother. I hope you and the family are having an amazing week. Thank you so much for all your support, bro. And as always, cheers.
What you got to say about cold weather camping, Mike?
Oh, and here's another thing. If anybody wants to come up on the panel that knows or experienced like AOK.
Well, the problem is you can't hear them.
Yes, I can. It'll come through the phone. I sure can.
Okay.
If you have
Jeremy
experience
says,
in
what
this
you
area.
sipping on tonight?
What is it?
Jeremy says, what you sipping on tonight?
I am sipping on whatever the wife.
Sailor
and Coke.
Sailor Jerry and Coke.
The producer made it, and I'm drinking it.
AOK says, when you come up, I'll take you out on the in the canvas tent with cast iron stove, 75, 85 degrees inside, 0 outside.
Cast iron stoves, I love them things. I love them.
Hike with Mike says, hey everybody.
What's up, Mike?
I hate cold weather camping.
Man, but you gotta understand, dude, I am 40 years in South Florida where it never gets below 83. Okay, even at nighttime.
No, it got in the 60s.
Yeah, when we have our cold front dates, you get a day and then it's 90 tomorrow, and then you get a day or two and then it's 90 the next day. So I hear bats.
I don't know what that is.
That's a bat. If you guys hear some weird noises, let me know in the comments, because there's a great horned owl back behind me. Might even be 2 of them. I thought they were talking, and that sounded like bats flying over.
I don't know what that was. It sounded like something screaming, like someone was getting eaten.
But that's living in the country.
Jeremy says, I haven't slept in 10 years. Rattleshop says, we're still here.
Yep. I love camping in the cooler months because it's just too hot. And we don't do trailer camping, mind you. I mean, the most like we get is truck camping. And that's what we do as a family.
And then we kill their battery doing it.
And that's what most, yeah, and we kill the truck battery. Got to get a jump. I mean, kill. This poor guy's like, dude, I don't think my car can jump your truck. Like, it's to that point where
Mike says, I heard the bats.
Did you? That's awesome, isn't it? And I'm blind as one, so go figure. So, what? Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Okay, says, or we can hammock camp.
Oh, I love
have
that.
Plenty of gear. You just have to get here. Jeremy says, I do cabin camping.
That's what my wife wants to do, cabin camping.
But it was expensive. Like, I didn't even want to do it because the price was so expensive.
Glamping.
let me tell you, man, I want to get my family to the point of backpacks and going on a trail. Ultralight stuff.
Kid's gotta get older for that.
I'm waiting on my youngest to get a little bit older. He's 4 now. He can walk a little bit, but daddy's not going to carry all the gear and then him on my shoulders. So daddy's not going to pack mule the 4-year-old. So I'm going to wait a little bit. Brandon, he's ready to go. And if you guys really think about it, if the producer carried a tent on her pack, I carried a tent on my pack, basically the boys would have a backpack and a sleeping bag to deal with for whatever we did. I mean, even if it was 5 miles.
Says bring the family cabins here are only $50 a night.
Where?
In Iowa, where she's at.
No way.
Mike says for cold weather camping, we use a double layered tent, sleeping bags rated at -20, and a portable wood burning stove with a smokestack. I will send you the link to the stove.
I'm jealous. That's the kind of camping, winter camping, I personally want to do. I love winter. I'm a weird person. I love the snow.
Well, Mike's gonna send you the link for the stove.
Yeah, man. I want to get a hot tent for next year. Somebody's whistling.
I think there's like kids. There's kids and flashlights. They're playing.
Oh, they're playing hide and go seek
in
the field
in the property next to us.
Oh, okay. They sound like little bats flying around.
Yeah, no, they're kids playing flashlight tag or something in the backyard over there.
Well, we figured out the culprit.
They're not bats.
But yeah, no. Next year, I would like to get a hot tent, a little stove, and things like that, so that we can put me, the wife, and the kids, and the dog in one tent. And if it's cold outside, we just do the stove. And what I love about them stoves is, like the wife, she has coffee in the morning. You put the coffee on the stove. You just set it there. You cook breakfast on the stove. I don't have to carry. Mind you, I carry 2 stoves when we go. One is like a grill, a barbecue grill. It's just straight grill grate and propane. And then the other one is my 1980s Coleman double burner. And that makes the coffee and fries the bacon and things like that. But if in the wintertime I had the wood burning stove, we'd be burning the wood to keep warm. Plus, I'd be able to make hot chocolate right there. I'm a big fan of that stuff, guys. You really got to know that about me.
Jeremy says, running, it's kids, laugh out loud. Mike says, I hate all the extra gear you got to pack when it's cold. I like to have less stuff to pack in my backpack as possible.
Well, let me tell you, when you have a wife and kids, even in the summertime, you substitute the big poofy winter stuff with pool floats.
Danny wants to know where we're at.
We're at home, Danny. Where are you at? You don't call me.
This is the kind of stuff you could be hanging out doing. If you just get here, Danny.
Yeah, see, this is what you could be doing. Look, hey, Danny, look. Wait, hold on. Hey, Danny, have a Coke and a smile. Cheers, bro. Happy Friday. Wish you'd get up here and see me. Bring me that four-wheeler, too.
Okay, says, agreed, less gear the better. That's why I like hammock, tarp under the quilt, and a sleeping bag.
Zach, I tell you what, I'm going to make a trip to come see you. But I don't know if it'll be in the winter or the summer.
Mike says, now that it's warmed up, I got a light pack set and ready to go for backcountry hiking, camping.
We got to do that.
Trip to the Green Swamp soon.
That's something, another thing, Mikey. I got to come see you in summertime or now, springtime and stuff. And we got to do something. Danny says
it's too cold.
Huh?
Danny, it's not too cold. It's going to be 85 tomorrow.
Danny, it's not even cold out. The whole reason for this is because last week at the campfire, everybody mentioned how much they enjoyed the campfire vibes and that we should do our next broadcast outside too.
But it's not cold.
It's not cold.
I'm in shorts and a shirt. It's not cold.
Yeah, it's not cold. It's maybe I don't know, 67, 68.
That says anytime.
What's that?
That says anytime.
Who?
AK.
Oh, Thak?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, now don't do that. You can't do that in a live stream.
The producers.
You get demoted from producer to errand boy.
Yeah, no, I'm not anyways. I'm all. I'm a jack of all trades.
But.
Or jacket. Or Jackie.
Because I tell you, when you guys everybody thinks of South Florida as, oh, it's great, it's great, it's great. You ever heard that old saying, it's a great place to visit, but I really hate to live there? That's South Florida. It's hot. Being up here, now mind you, I'm not far from Georgia. The temperature, when we moved up here in July, it was like, holy crap, this is July up here and August up here. Like, it's 100 degrees down there. Not up here. Plus, we have the springs, which I'm looking forward to bringing you guys that here really soon. Once it starts warming up, the springs, Itchinatuckney, White Springs. There's
Danny
a bunch
says
of them.
what?
There's a bunch of different springs up here that we're gonna
Yes,
come.
Danny, 85 right now or tomorrow, and like it's maybe like 60.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the
70
80s. It was
right
hot
now.
today, man. I was surprised.
Yeah, no, it was hot. I was in shorts and a t-shirt all day.
We went out fishing and we were so hot. I went fishing yesterday, Danny. Finally caught my first fish of 2021. Wasn't like huge or anything, but you know, it was something.
I'm back. 2 eyes and a tail.
But I gotta tell you, man, the wife and the kids will tell you as well, the conditions that we were fishing in that pond, it was grassed out as far as you could cast.
Oh yeah.
And the spot that I caught him in, to tell you guys, now imagine, I'm gonna say, I have no depth perception, so somebody just got shot.
Or something.
Welcome to the country. Somebody just got off in the country. Bah! Trespassing. Don't trespass in the country. Danny, don't trespass if you come up here. You better let me know you coming or that's going to happen to you.
Mike says, wait till the parkways are built by 2030 where you live. Like, you would live where you live would be like South Florida.
Oh, heck no.
Sucks. 3 parkways planned all for the developers. That's crazy.
No, man. I tell you what. They do that up here. I'll move further away. I'll keep moving until I can't move no more. I mean, that was the whole point of coming up here is it's not down there. I can assure you this. When I tell you it's people stacked on people.
We got kids trying to think it's like down there.
Oh yeah, no. And but that's the other thing is and I don't mean this in the wrong way. It's just very annoying that it's so true. If you speak English, there's no work for you.
Mike says it was more likely someone shooting an armadillo.
Yeah, or a trespasser. Mike, why you got messed with my story, bro? Come on, I was about to say, yeah, if you come on tactical.
Says, sorry, where did it go? Hold on. She says, sorry, I gotta go. But it will try to make it back. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
We'll be here for a while, Thak. Thank you so much. And if you guys don't know AOK Forging and Adventures, check them out. They had us on the live stream Tuesday night. We had a great time. And I'd like to thank you so much for that again. Check it out. Go to her channel. And what I'll do is on the replay, I'll go back and I'll link AOK in the description. So
Rob's here.
Shiner, what's up, brother? Let me give a cheers to my man. Hey, I caught my first fish in 2021, brother. Nice little largemouth, maybe about 1.5 pounds.
Working in the morning, stopped in for a minute to say hello.
And that's what I was telling you guys is this lake was grassed out. I would say 15 feet. Okay, at least easy 15 feet. And I'm not talking about grass out. I mean like thick grass. Like every retrieve, you'd bring back a head of lettuce. But there were these 2 islands of grass, like actual grass that came out the water. And right in the middle, there was nothing.
Rob says congrats.
Like, yeah, I'm telling you, right? Finally. There was a spot. So I knew in my brain, I'm saying to myself, dude, there's something there. There's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be. There's no other cover around. Got to be. So I threw right in there, and sure enough, I pulled in that little sucker. Very thankful for it because I ain't caught a fish in a minute. But yeah, if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you guys will see a lot more of my day-to-day stuff. Even on Bass 365, which I'm having issues uploading with. For some reason, every time I want to upload a picture, it crashes on me. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I reached out to the admin, and he's going to get back to me. They're actually doing a tournament this weekend, so it'll probably be like Tuesday when I hear back from him. But yeah, if you guys follow us on social media, it's pretty much every platform: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, even our website, infantryoutdoors.com, Bass 365. All those platforms you can find.
Mike says I watched the replay. Thanks for the shout out on Tuesday.
Got you, bro. Got you, brother. You know, I got everybody. I just can't, do it all at one time. We're all gonna go together. I'm telling you. We're all gonna go and we're all gonna grow. I'm telling you. Because we all were at one point. We're all gonna be at that point. So We'll get there. We just got a great network. That's all it is. And the more that we do this, the more bigger and stronger our network becomes. So keep that in mind.
Do your collab, shout out your friends.
Oh, and I'm supposed to shout out somebody. Go get on that piece of paper. There's somebody I'm supposed to shout out. See, listen, when people comment to me, hey, can you shout me out in your next video or live stream? Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Why not? I just forgot her name. Jennifer something Ruiz? What is it? Yeah, you asked me for a shout out. I'll shout you out. I can make you do no backflip or nothing like that for it. Just ask. I'm just thankful that you watch my videos. And I'm thankful that you ask. Because, you know, that's what it's all about. So, this campfire is a little on the warm side. Jennifer Ruiz. I think that's how you say it. If we botched up your name, I'm sorry, Jennifer. No,
Jennifer
but
Ruiz.
We still love you the same, Jennifer. We do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for asking for a shout out, Jennifer. We appreciate you. Maybe one day we'll get to meet in person, take a picture, and all that good sort of stuff. So thanks again for watching. So, but yeah, anybody want to come up on the panel and help me talk about cold weather camping? You guys got any pointers for what to do, how to do, when to do, who to do in the cold weather? Because it's always fun to do things in the cold weather.
Danny says, was watching for a while. I went to fish Kissimmee Lake. How far are you from there?
3. Maybe
2 or 3 hours?
3, yeah, between maybe, yeah.
About 2 or 3 hours away.
2 or 3 hours? Far?
Not too far. Not horribly far to where we couldn't make a weekend of it or something.
Yeah, we have to make a weekend of it for me. Like, I'd have to stay the night because that's a lot of driving in one day. That's like half the day driving. And then I'm assuming we're going to fish, so then it's
And
drive.
your boat or ours?
No, it'd have to be our boat because his ain't running last I heard. Danny, that's something I want to tell you. I talked to Dave, who I'm surprised ain't here tonight. Don't locally buy that fuel pump. Text me after the live stream or tomorrow. Call me because I tried calling you. You don't answer your phone. Give me the engine, make, and model number, and I guarantee, because I know you're going to the race this weekend, so you don't need the damn part right away. I can find you.
He's going to Daytona?
He's going to the race this weekend.
And he's on his way to us, like he's going through it.
I guarantee he's going to the race this weekend. No, but I think the race is down there.
Oh, Homestead.
Homestead. Being that you don't need a part today or tomorrow, let me get it for you because there's no way that freaking fuel pump is $400. There's no way. You went to Dusky Marine, which I should have told you before I left, should be the last place that you go to. That's like buying the parts from Rolls-Royce or Mercedes. They can kiss my butt. Dude, I guarantee on the internet I'll find that fuel pump. My fuel pump was only 40, 50, 60 at most, and you have the same diaphragm fuel pump just for a bit different motor. And it's Evinrude, so let me see what I can do for you, bro. Call me tomorrow. Don't spend $400.
Danny says Homestead.
Yeah, I know. He's going to Homestead. Dave, I talked to Dave already. Because my friend Danny calls me and says, hey, infantry, this, and this, and the boat, this, and this. And I tell him, all right, well, do this, and this, and do this, and this. You think I ever hear back to know if what I said worked?
20 years
Didn't
later.
Not even 20 years later. I got to call. I got to wait to see pictures of social media of him fishing. It's
the virtual telephone game.
I'm telling you, bro. He don't even call me. I got to wait to see the people he takes fishing put their posts on Instagram. Hey, went out to the... I'm like, oh, yeah, I know. So I call that person. Did you get there? Did you make it back? Danny don't call and tell me.
It's Friday night. It's clear, this is our traffic.
Yeah, everybody gets traffic. I'm actually surprised.
Well, it's Friday at 10:30. I'm not.
So, anybody want to come up and talk about winter camping? Does anybody have experience in winter camping?
Hold on.
You got to figure out. You scroll down and it says invite. And then you copy your clipboard. And then you're going to paste it like a pasty right on the chat. Put a pasty on the chat.
What am I scrolling? I don't.
Hold on. I have to go help her, folks.
Don't knock your drink over.
Yeah, I'm trying to knock anything over. We got things like so perfectly positioned here. All right. Oh, guests.
Working casino. Oh,
invite guests. Copy to clipboard. Close. Go to the chisette.
Kevin Myers says, hello, how
are you doing tonight? But I'm doing good, Kevin. How are you? Where are you working the casino?
Danny.
Danny, you're working at the casino? Okay, so you're gonna go more. Post comment. Hold this down. No, hold it down, and then pasties. Anybody like pasties out there? Check. Okay, so here comes the link. If anybody wants to come up on the chat, you have to. What we're talking about is cold weather camping. So I want to hear.
Don't knock your drink over.
I got it. Your input. What do you guys talk about, or what do you guys use when you go cold weather camping? What tricks do you have? What tips do you have? If you're willing to come up in the chat, we're willing to put you up in here, and we're willing to have these guests. So
Kevin Myers is in the room if you want to give his.
What's that?
Kevin Myers joined the room. He says, hello, how are you doing?
Kevin, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you tonight. Let me give you a toast here, my friend. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for coming in. And as always, happy Friday. We appreciate it. Cheers.
Yeah, he says, I pick up the fuel pump today, $403.
Sucker! I could have got it for you for less than it.
But we still love you.
Yeah, I still love you, dude. I'm just cheap, Dad, and you know that, dude.
No, you're not cheap. You're thrifty.
Yeah, there you go. I'm thrifty.
Dave says, DJ, hope all is well this Friday night.
There he is. There's my buddy Dave. The only way I found out about Danny was I had to call Dave because Danny don't call me.
It's that
hey, DJ, so the boat's doing this, this, and this. All right, Danny, I need you to do this, this, and this. All right, man. All right, God, I appreciate it. 3 weeks later. Oh, look, they went fishing. They caught some fish. Hold on. Hey, Dave. Yeah.
Danny says it's only money.
Very true, but I don't know, man. That's a lot.
That money that you spend better come with like a lifetime guarantee.
I could have got you 2 fuel pumps.
No, it better come with like a lifetime guarantee that
like
one.
Seriously, I could have got you 2 fuel pumps for that. Like the fuel pump is not that expensive. It's a diaphragm fuel pump. It's not even electronic, for Christ's sake.
Unless you got an electronic.
Yeah. No, he doesn't have an electronic. He has a diaphragm fuel pump. It's an Evinrude. He's got I think it's 115 horsepower Evinrude engine. It's the next step up from that one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same exact fuel pump, same exact design, just bigger. So yeah, we brought you all the fire vibes back.
Danny says, if it only works.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Dave told Danny, Dan, good job.
I hope it works for you, bro. I really do.
We want to hear tales of what's.
I'm still waiting on Danny to take me fishing one day. I mean, you know, I'll always take you guys fishing. You know that. But I'm waiting to go on Danny's boat. Yeah. Danny got a nicer boat than I do. But it ain't about that. You catch fish. That's all that matters. Y'all got to come up, man. You and Dave got to make a day. We'll come up and we'll go fishing the Swanee or something. See how far upriver we can go or downriver, whichever way you guys want to go.
We found a nice spot to fish on the Swanee.
Yeah, we can actually leave the wife and kids at the boat ramp. They'll fish there where it's really nice and everything. We go out and fish and come back and have a nice lunch ready. That would be pretty cool.
That was a checkmate.
And the sad part is he ain't going nowhere. All that noise, he ain't going.
Danny says, I put the diaphragm in and runs out of gas.
What? I put the diaphragm in and you got menopause?
It runs out of gas.
Oh, yeah, that's because either you put the diaphragm in backwards or your pump isn't pumping. Which is possible because you had water in the tank. So the water got anything, thingamajiggy, and just, man, no bueno. That fire's so nice, isn't it? I know y'all love the fire.
The camera keeps focusing like it's still
it doesn't know what to do.
No, it doesn't know what to do. It's kind of dancing with the fire.
Turn down a little bit. It's like my face is on fire. Or at least one half of my face is on fire. How's that?
It kind of got a little darker though.
Got a little darker, a little bit brighter. How's that?
That's better.
Better than some cheddar. I mean, I could crank it way up and make it like, whoa.
Francis says, me and Curtis camping. We was cold.
It's not for everybody, honestly. It's really not.
Danny sent you some pictures.
And it's okay if it's not for you, but
I'd rather do cold weather camping than warm weather camping.
Yeah, not warm weather. Hot. Warm or ideal conditions is lovely. But that doesn't happen but maybe a month, 2 months out of the year where we are or where we're from. Now, for you folks that live, and even like Rattle Trap, if you're trying to go camp where you are, right now is prime camping time. From now, it might even be too hot already. Because the last thing you want is that heat. And what happens when it gets hot?
Jeremy says that's one of them fancy fires.
Yeah, you like that, Jeremy? I could adjust it, make it big, make it small. I could cook the temperature on it if you want. Put the pot on there. You want it low and slow, buddy? Watch, ready? Low and slow. Here you go. Low and slow. We got you. But then if you want to sear that piece of meat, you go, wow.
Dave says, DJ, the last time I went cold weather camping was 1970 on the Appalachian Trail in North Georgia, Boy Scouts.
That is something I can't wait to take my kids and my family. I want to start. We have the Florida Trail that I even want to do with them. But again, I have to wait till my 4-year-old is a little bit bigger and can put some miles under his feet because it's distance. You know what I'm saying?
Jeremy says, heck yeah, I'm jealous. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, dude, the Appalachian Trail. Hey,
no, he's talking about your fire.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty neat.
Danny says, I sent you pictures on the phone.
Oh, nice.
Appalachian Trail.
The Appalachian Trail is something I've always wanted to take my family on. I've done it in scouting as well. A small portion of it, but I've done it. I've even mountain climbed where North Carolina, Tennessee, I think it's North Carolina? Yeah, North Carolina, Tennessee border. Yeah. There's Lookout Bluff. And that's where we ended up Boy Scouts, and I mountain climbed down through a cloud. I had to climb back up through the cloud to get back up.
And we went there too when we were.
Yeah, I've taken the wife there and shown her. I didn't show her where I mountain climbed, but I was like, yeah, over there. And you take that trail and you go like 5 miles up there, and yeah, that's where I mountain climbed.
Yeah, no, we had a big snowstorm that year we went.
But it was pretty cool. Pretty neat to be able to show the family what I used to do. And I want to be able to take an Appalachian Trail. That's an awesome trail.
Yes, 6 watching.
Oh boy. Yeah, and I mean I've done camping all over Florida. Been to Boone, Carolina. Been to somewhere in New Mexico.
Danny says, check it out and show me on your screen.
Check it out and show me on your screen. How am I supposed to do that? I'm live streaming, Dan. I can't do that, buddy. But I will check it out after the live.
Dave says we were on a 50-mile hike and had to backpack all our gear. That sounds like a Boy Scout thing.
Yep.
But 50 miles, that's quite a bit of a hike.
Yeah, well, that's like
50 miles.
Yeah, well, you take that over a course of a week. Was it a weekend or a week? Because if it was a week, it was 10 miles a day, which isn't bad.
Danny says your phone.
Yeah, I'll look at them after the stream then. Yeah, we used to do hikes like that out in the Everglades where what you had on your bag, and water included, because you can't drink the water out in the Everglades unless you purify it.
Dave says 5 days.
Yeah, so it's 10 miles a day. That's manageable. 10 miles a day is easy. I mean, that's so easy when you have your rack pack and your gear and all that. By the way, I just had a thought now. If you guys, everybody at some point has an IFAK, IFAK, individual first aid kit. If you guys want to see a good review, go over to Tactical Technician's channel. He just did a really good review on Amazon. See, the bugs are starting to come out. It's warming up. On an Amazon first aid kit. So check that out. He'll tell you the do's and don'ts, the goods, bads, likes and dislikes. But it's IFAKs are something that we keep in the car. I keep in my bag. I keep on my boat. I keep in the house. And it's good to know which ones are good and which ones are bad. One of the things that I've learned with first aid kits is if you go to the outdoors section and buy a first aid kit, you're going to get lesser quality and less items than you would if you went into the pharmaceutical section of whatever store you're in and get a first aid kit that way. You'll actually get better quality pharmaceutical stuff as well as a lower price for the same stuff you found in camp.
Camp at Perry, Florida, winter hotel. Or Danny says camp at Perry, Florida, winter hotel. Jeremy says heads up, I'm coming in hot. Oh, here. Oh, that's what he means. Jeremy's here. Gotcha, Jeremy. Hang on. Give me 1 second. I see. Hang on. Invite. Okay.
You should have a little red dot if somebody's there.
Yeah, no, I see.
You got it?
Yep.
See, it's one thing that I taught her on the computer. It's another thing that I'm teaching her on the phone. So
how's it going?
Okay.
What's up, bud? How you doing?
Pretty good. How are y'all?
Hanging out, man. Enjoying his beautiful night.
Okay, good. He's here. I can go to use the restroom now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
I got somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
So what you up to, man?
Man, I'm doing the same thing you're doing, sitting outside enjoying the weather. It finally got to feeling good around here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last week had about 5 inches of snow. This week it's getting up in the 70s.
That's one thing I don't say this in a bad way, but I wish we had the snow. I wish we got a taste of it like everybody else.
I wish you had
my kids have never seen it. It's been years since I've seen it. It just would have been nice, Yeah. We had nights.
I wish y'all would have got it instead of us.
Yeah. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. We got nights here in the 20s.
Yeah.
It just wasn't snowy, I guess. But it just would have been nice,
It slated for a couple of hours here, and then it come about 5 inches worth of snow, and that stuck around for a day, and then the next day it sleeted again for a couple of hours, and it got hard around here. The ground.
Yeah, and that's a bad thing. Like for us, southern enders, like you're the southern end of the United States and down. Yeah. Even if it does, it warms up so fast that it don't stick around.
Yeah. Well, see, we had one night that it got down to 8 degrees here, and that was the night after the snow. And I guess it was so cold that, like, normally when we do get a little bit of snow, you can make snowballs and stuff like that. When the snow was so dry that it wouldn't compact together. And I'm not used to seeing that. Usually our snow was real wet or real icy. And I don't know. It was crazy. Yeah. That's the most accumulation of snow I've ever seen, and it stayed around for.
Yeah, man, it was really crazy. Especially like the news reports of all the dead fish and
yeah.
I remember when we had years back when I got my first boat, we had a cold front hit South Florida, and it killed all the fish, man. Like all the bass, the tarpon, the snook, the redfish, and the producer and I took a boat ride out to the Everglades. Now, if you ever seen my YouTube videos, you'll realize that the Everglades isn't this vast openness of space that everybody thinks it is. It's canals.
Yeah.
Imagine the Book of Eli, like biblical movie type crap, that you're going down this river and it's just dead fish everywhere. and it stinks so bad. And your boat is parting fish from little fish to big fish to in between fish. I mean, it was just like, wow, like an apocalypse happening.
Wow.
No.
That's the first year this is the first time I've ever seen our lake. It didn't freeze over, but it had a lot of ice on it. I mean, there was a lot of parts of it that froze, and that's the first time I've ever even seen that. I think the last time it happened here like that was 1983, and it actually froze in 1983. But
no, we didn't have anything free. I mean, we had like we come out here, my kids' Hot Wheels cars would have ice on them. The truck windshield would have ice on it, but the pond, it never froze. Yeah,
I seen several ponds that froze completely over here. I mean, I've seen that happen before, but I've never seen the lake freeze, and that was pretty weird. I mean, it snowed on Sunday before last, and I know I went to work Monday and Tuesday, and there was still snow on the ground. So it stuck around a while for us. I am glad to see it gone.
Well, Jeremy, let me ask you this, bro, because you're in like the climate I am in, and you kind of have the season's temps that I have. What? Now, we're not talking about y'all folks that camp in negatives and plus this single digit. We're talking about winter camping that we know about. What tips and tricks when you're out there and it gets a cold snap on the weekend? What do you do to make it through, to make it enjoyable?
Get a heater.
So you're like me, a buddy heater.
Yeah, buddy heater.
Yeah. Awesome. And I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on the buddy heater because the damn thing has a tip over. Like even if you just shake it a little bit, it shuts off. I just bought a brand new one this last trip because we only had one. The new one, you just bump it a little bit, it'll shut off. So if it falls over, it'll shut off. If there's low oxygen in the room, it'll shut off. What I do want to get
several videos of people, running a buddy heater inside of a tent and whatnot, and they're completely safe. I mean, they're definitely safe. And,
they're and especially like you're in a tent, like we were. And I'm not talking about a winter tent. I'm talking about an off-the-shelf Walmart summertime tent where the whole top is screen holes, and you put the tarp over top of it, and there's plenty of ventilation, there's plenty of air. Plus, we zipped open a little crack in the window, so it was completely safe. But the one thing I have learned is I want to get a stove fan and take the stove fan and set it on top of the buddy heater so that if you guys don't know what stove fans are, I'm new to this too because I'm a Floridian. They have fans called stove fans, wood stove fans or fireplace fans that are literally heated and propelled by the heat of the fire. So if I were to put it right here, the back of the stove, the fan would be here, and the heat that my hand is feeling would start spinning a fan and start blowing the heat. Because if you've ever used a buddy heater, the way it works is the hot element glows, the heat comes out about this far and goes straight up.
Yep.
So if you have an area like a tent that you want to circulate air or to blow across your bed while you're sleeping, get a stove fan and put it on top and let that buddy heater heat up, and it'll circulate the heck out of your area. And they're only like $40-$50 on Amazon. Not to promote it or nothing, but
the only other tip I got for cold camping when I used to actually go camp in a tent around here, we'd have nights to get in the 30s and sometimes the 20s. The only tip I had is have a good sleeping bag, and I always wear socks.
Yeah.
Got to keep your feet warm.
My mother told me many years ago, if your feet are warm, you're warm. If your feet are cold, you're cold.
Yep.
And that's fact. If you can warm up your feet, you can be butt naked. If your feet are warm, you're warm.
Yeah. So, that's the biggest thing I have trouble with, is keeping my feet warm.
Yeah. Well, now, not to promote the product again, but Hot Hands has ones you can shove in your shoe. and you can warm up your feet. And they've got back warmers and sticky pad warmers and put in your pocket warmers. And now let me tell you, to put in the pocket warmers, them bastards get hot. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You need to be careful you burn yourself.
Yeah,
they get hot. You know, they get hot. So be careful with them.
Pretty good products.
But you know, they do. Now my issue though is the sticky ones, the ones you peel and stick. They need to get hot like the damn pocket ones. They don't get that hot. Very little heat. But if you put one here and one here, which is what I do, on the inside of your shirt, with the side on the inside of your shirt and the pad touching against you, and put your jacket on and close that up, you'll get warm that way. Yeah. But it's not like the hot, like the shaky hands. Them things you can almost cook on.
What's going on, Passion? Just kind of go back to the comments for a minute. It's building up on me. But,
if you want to read off the comment, the producer stepped away for a minute.
Yeah. And Milwaukee Tools makes a heated jacket. It's battery operated. It's pretty sweet. I don't own one, but I hear they work extremely well.
What's that?
Milwaukee makes a heated jacket, a battery operated.
Oh, I've seen that. There's a bunch of them, and they charge by USB.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just Milwaukee, but I've seen it in the fishing industry where they have coats with like heat here, heat back here. That's crazy, man.
So I think there's several folks in the industry starting to make them or whatever, but Milwaukee was.
I saw one that blew my mind at Walmart. Zippo that you fill with lighter fluid.
Do you have any super glue? Where is it?
I don't have any. You had it all. You know where you had it last?
To fix your shit in the truck.
Check your truck.
It's not there.
I don't know. I don't have any. You had the only two that we had. Check in the drawer in the kitchen, the little drawer, maybe.
What's going on, Right Strapping? How are you?
Oh, cold weather camping. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you guys ever camp in 100 degrees, you'll know how much pleasurable it is camping in cold weather because you can acclimate.
I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Man, they don't know, and when it's hot and the bugs come out, and
and you're laying in a tent sweating,
butt naked, sweating. All you can do is sweat.
Yep.
I'm telling you. I always make a joke with people, you know, living in South Florida and people that complain about it's cold. Well, I would much rather put a jacket on or another jacket on or two pairs of pants or whatever y'all do. South Florida, it gets 100 and something in the shade. Yep. So once you're butt naked, completely naked, sitting in front of your air conditioning vent, still sweating.
You can't lose nothing else.
There's nothing you can do.
Nope.
Except take bags of ice and put them on top of you.
You got
it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got so much humidity.
Honey, it's so wonderful. Let's go to Florida. Let's go to Florida in December and January and March. Yeah. Come here in June, July, August when it's 105 in the shade.
Yeah, the last time I was there, it was 2017. We went to Orlando, and it was June, I think, and it was hot all day, every day.
Yep.
Except for when it rained every day, and it did. It rains there every day.
Yep.
It's astonishing to me.
Here's another thing that you guys don't realize. You see all these beautiful water parks and all of these swimming pools at the resort you come to. What you don't realize is when you jump in the pool, it's bath water. It's hot. It's not cold and refreshing. It's like everybody that peed in the pool literally warmed up to pee in the pool, and that's what you feel like you're swimming in.
Oh, Lord.
I took a buddy. I had Darren's Northern Life come down from Manitoba. Stayed 2 days with us. And took him out in the Everglades to try to go fishing. The water temp on the day I took him out was 91.2 for water temp.
Yeah.
Do you think we caught a fish that day? We didn't catch no fish. And you wonder why when it's 91-degree water temp.
Yeah. I remember it's been probably 6 or 8 years ago. We had 40 straight days of 100-plus temperatures here. And the water temp just got outrageous. It was, 90, 91. And I was still trying to fish at that point. You couldn't get a bite to save your life out here. I mean, the fish dove off so deep, it was terrible. Now, at night, you could go out there and they would move up in the shallows and feed pretty good, but it was miserable every day.
I had a good joke with Darren. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm going to teach you about Florida fishing. And I swear this to be true with every animal. If you're going hunting, if you're going fishing, which fishing, mind you, is another form of hunting.
Yeah.
If you're standing on the deck of your bass boat and sweating what's off, and all you're thinking about is getting into some shade and cooling off,
so is
the fish. So is the fish. 100%. I told Darren, I'm like, bro, you don't understand. It's so hot. The fish is sweating. And he just died laughing. I'm like, I'm dead serious. The fish are sweating. It's 100 degrees there.
They're going to the coolest.
But now you go to the ocean. You go out to the ocean, and it's fish on all day.
Yeah. Well, the ocean, the temperature of the ocean doesn't get like that. They've got options. They can go deeper. I don't think it gets as hot as like a lake or something. It's not a stagnant pond, in other words.
Right. Well, no, it does warm up. It does, in fact, warm up. Like summertime, the ocean's a lot warmer. When it gets like low tide, or you get into like sandbar areas, you'll literally feel like the warm water. It's warm. But then when you get out about knee deep, that's when it cools off and starts getting cooler and cooler as you go deeper.
Yeah.
But we normally don't fish that. We try to fish just outside the surf break.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if y'all know what that means. Is
lakes, getting away from it. And like down in Florida, for instance, y'all have a lot of bowl-shaped lakes. It doesn't really, there's no tapers to them. It just kind of sits there. And I know them fish have a hard time on those.
A lot of our most of our lakes are quarries, or once upon a time were quarries to build the surrounding homes.
Yeah.
And that's how they became. So basically, it's just an excavator dugout hole that water filled up, populated.
Not very deep, and just, like for instance, my lake up here that I fish, it's a reservoir, and it had a bayou running through it before they blocked it off, and so it's got a creek. It's got a main creek, and there's 30
So you got fresh water pumping into it.
Yeah, well, it's got it's two main creek feeds that come into it, and then there's a feed going. There's water exiting, and the water kind of moves all the time, But there's places where it's 30 foot deep, and they can get into it. The lake averages 4 or 5 foot deep throughout it, but there is a creek channel they can get into, so it's a little different. They have somewhere they can go to, and they can dip off into deeper water to get cooler. There's a couple spots around here, like there's a bayou up here that I don't know, about 8 foot deep is the deepest that it is, and fish have a hard time in it during the hot summertime. They can't really get away from the heat. And, you can definitely tell they get super sluggish. They don't want to eat.
They don't want to do nothing. Well, again, how do you feel out there on a hot ass day? Do you want to eat something? No, you don't want to eat. You don't even want to drink. Like, it gets so hot that you don't want to drink. And that's really bad, because then you die, because you get overheated and heat stroke sets in, and it's not good.
I mean, I've worked my entire life in the air conditioning business, and you know, a lot of times I have to get in attics during the summertime when it's super hot up there. And during the summertime, there's a lot of times I won't even eat lunch because it's just too hot to do it, you know.
Clearly it is.
But I don't know. It's, it does get hot around here, though. I can imagine what it's like down there all the time.
Well, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up. Something came up here at the house. Don't mean to cut the stream off short, but got a little emergency to take care of. But I want to thank you guys. Jeremy, thank you, bro. I appreciate you hanging out. And
yes,
we'll be back here live with you guys next Friday at 10 p.m. here on Infantry Outdoors Live. If you guys want to comment a topic you want us to talk about, you can comment down below. You can write to us at infantryoutdoors.com. We'd love to hear what you want us to talk about. Would you like us to have a guest? Would you like us to have a channel up here? Let me know. Put your comments and your thoughts down below. But on behalf of myself and the producer, I hope you guys have an amazing night. Thank you to Jeremy. Thank you to everybody that came in. And as always, I hope that this inspires you guys to get outdoors. So until next Friday, hope you guys have an amazing week and a great weekend. And when you join us next week on Infantry Outdoors. Take care, guys.
Be good, DJ.